"Don't worry, Yasin," Rafiq said, his voice booming with an unnatural calmness. "High school is a breeze. Just follow my lead and you'll be swimming with the cool kids in no time." Yasin wasn't so sure about that. He wasn't even sure he liked swimming, especially not with cool kids. He preferred his swimming pools chlorine-free and populated with rubber duckies. Yasin, on the other hand, shuffled in behind him, attempting to blend in with a potted plant. It wasn't very effective, especially since the potted plant was a vibrant pink and shaped like a flamingo. Their first class was math. Rafiq, naturally, solved all the equations before the teacher had finished writing them on the board. Yasin, meanwhile, was still trying to figure out if the square root of 9 was a prime number or a type of vegetable. Maybe high school wouldn't be so bad after all. "Drink me and you'll regret it." Yasin wasn't sure why the milk would want him to regret drinking it. Suddenly, there was a crash. A mountain of mashed potatoes had just collided with Rafiq's perfectly positioned pizza. The culprit? A gang of rogue lunchboxes, led by a particularly menacing Hello Kitty container. Rafiq's eyes flashed open. This was unacceptable. Yasin, sensing impending doom, and also because the milk carton had started winking at him, grabbed his tray and hid under the table. By the time the dust settled, Rafiq was victorious. Yasin was covered in potato salad, and everyone else had learned a valuable lesson: never mess with Rafiq's pizza. "How did we even get here?" Yasin asked, staring at the giant cobweb-covered tuba that seemed to be blocking the only exit to the room. Rafiq, who had been busy trying to reprogram the school's PA system from his smartwatch, shrugged. "I was distracted," he admitted. "Someone replaced my usual brain-boosting smoothie with a strawberry one." A travesty, really. They were in the school's Lost and Found, a place where socks went to die and forgotten gym clothes held secret meetings. It was supposed to be off-limits to students, but Rafiq had a way of bypassing such trivial things as locked doors and common sense. Suddenly, the door creaked open, revealing a very surprised-looking janitor. He stared at the two boys, then at the giant tuba, then back at the boys. "You know," he said, scratching his head, "I've been looking for that." "Well," Rafiq said finally, "that was easy." "I told you setting off all the fire alarms at once was a bad idea," Yasin hissed, trying to shrink down into his seat. "But you said it would be an epic prank, and that the echoes would be musically pleasing," Rafiq retorted, adjusting his fake nose and mustache. "Besides, I had a plan to reroute the water sprinklers to spray glitter and confetti. But someone," he glared pointedly at Yasin, "forgot to bring the glitter. Detention," a word whispered in hushed tones in the hallowed halls of high school. A fate worse than death, or at least worse than gym class. And yet, here were Rafiq and Yasin, sitting in the back row, trying to look inconspicuous. It wasn't easy, especially since Rafiq had decided to wear a bright orange jumpsuit and a pair of Groucho Marx glasses in honor of the occasion. Just then, Mr. Gruff, the detention teacher and resident grump, lumbered into the room. He glared at the assembled students, his eyes lingering on Rafiq for a beat too long. "All right, you delinquents," he growled, his voice like gravel on a chalkboard. "Today's punishment is essay writing." A collective groan filled the room. Detention was about to get a whole lot more interesting.